Sawadee krab. Welcome to Fearless Home Cooking. My name is Nick, and next to me is Timber, my chef. Today we are making lamb shank Osso Buco. So Timber, today we have something really unusual, right?
Well, I think it's something that we're about the only ones doing at the moment.
So we are talking about lamb shank, and normally a lamb shank is around this size.
Right.
But actually we cut them in an Osso Buco style to make them a lot smaller, really like your traditional veal Osso Buco.
Right, but this makes them easier to handle. It also allows the marrow to come out from inside the bones much more efficiently, which is going to give you a lot richer sauce.
So before we're talking about the ingredients and how we put them together, I need to do some step before. Because today we are cooking with a Roman pot. A lot of people have never heard that. It's actually an invention by the Romans well over 2,000 years ago. And they're cooking in ceramic. So the ceramic is actually later on, when we have it in the oven, releasing very, very slowly the moisture inside the ceramic to help the cooking process, and you can actually cook with the lid on. But to allow the moisture to get out, we have to get moisture in. So this one we put just simply into water and then basically leave that for 5 minutes. Okay, today we have the lamb, we have mustards from Germany, traditional mustard and coarse mustard, Worcester sauce, beef stock, some all-purpose flour, some white wine, mint, some garlic, some shallots, some small ones, and salt and pepper.
And I snuck a little piece of ginger in there too.
Beautiful. So should we start with the lamb?
So we're going to just put the lamb in a mixing bowl. And we're going to season it quite heavily with salt and pepper.
So pepper?
Yep, don't be shy with the salt and pepper. We just really load it up. And the other thing we're going to put in there is a little bit of all-purpose flour and toss it around with that.
So we take some coarse sea salt.
Yeah. And then I would say just a small spoon of flour for the first roll. And then we just shake that around.
You shake it. I normally use my hands. I normally get my hands dirty.
So this is basically the first step. It's seasoned and then it's dredged, which is what you call this process where we're pushing it through the flour. And you see the flour is coating all of the lamb.
So first you need the oven one to show it. Okay, Timber.
Yep.
What is our little pot making?
We are going to be browning the lamb. It's about as, it need to get it quite hot so the oil's just starting to smoke. So go ahead and add the olive oil. It's probably should be enough there. Yeah, I think we're ready to go now. It feels pretty
So we
warm.
can test one.
And you listen for it, and that's how you know.
So take a bigger piece.
Yeah. No, that sounds ready.
Yeah, I try to stand it up a little bit because again, when you do that, you want to have first the bone side. Okay, 2 more small pieces. So we can remove that. So now you basically wait a little bit till it browns on one side. You turn it over to close it, the pores on the other side. And then again, when it's nice and brown, you take it out. And then you start with your shallots first.
Yep.
That looks like it's getting there. Okay.
What we really like about the lamb shank too is it's a hard-working muscle, so it has a lot of collagen and tendons in it.
One more turn.
Yeah, just put the last side there. So you're doing top, bottom, left, right. So we've pretty much got the whole thing covered.
Okay, so that looks like a professional plan. So again, you see here, nice and brown. We just take them out.
Now, while the pan is still hot, we are going to add in our aromatic ingredients. So we've got some chopped shallot. We're using red, but you can use white. It doesn't matter. Secret ingredient ginger, because it works really well with lamb. We're just going to put that out. Now, we want to stir everything around to get it nice and coated, get any bits off the bottom of the pan. All right. Now we're going to cook these until they start to turn a little bit clear and they start to brown a little bit. Okay? Now once we are there, the next step to deglaze the pan. So we have these bits that are all stuck in there now, and we're gonna add our wine. And again, you can use beer, you could use red wine, you could use just more stock if you don't like to use alcohols. Juices work as well.
I sometimes actually use a sweeter style wine because it actually helps the sauce later on.
We're gonna go with about one big glassful.
Yep.
The next part is a little subjective, depending on how strong you want the mustard flavor. So I'm going to give it 2 small spoons of each. That's like a big spoon. Okay. And then just stir it around. Worcestershire sauce is another thing we add in there. And this adds a good umami punch to it. Yeah. So that's our Western fish sauce there. Now we just need to
put it
add
back.
The stock. We're gonna go
quite a bit.
About a half a liter of stock. Now we don't need to completely cover these, but we need to have the liquid about halfway up them. Mix that around a little. And also the last part of this, we've got whole mint. We're gonna put some in the bottom to get into the sauce, and then put the lamb on top, and we'll put a little bit more on top at the end. And then later on, we'll pull that out when it comes out of the oven and just replace it with some fresh mint.
Okay. Beautiful.
That's good. I'm just going to sprinkle a bit more of our mint on top of it. Get the flavor in there.
So what we would need to do is we need to get our lid out of the water. So actually the ceramic is completely soaked full of water. So what we do is we close the lid and we put it in the oven.
It's ready to
go. Okay, perfect. So Timber, if you open
I got the
the
door
oven
for you.
We are putting it in the oven. We close it and we set the timer. In this case, I would say the first time for an hour. Now it's time to do something else. I think, Timber, our lamb should be ready. What do you think?
Well, it smells ready.
So let me open it and you take it out.
Yeah, I think we're done.
So close it and switch it off. So now comes the magic moment. As you see, the ceramic is completely dry again. All the water went inside. Let's see how it looks. And look at that. Gorgeous.
Looks done to me. We just need to take the old mint out and then we'll plate it and put a bit of fresh mint back onto it. So I'm just gonna pull these out. This is why I left the stem on in the beginning. It makes it very easy to just take it out. And the flavor is gone from the old mint now. It's all in the sauce and it's all in with the lamb. Okay, I think we're pretty much there.
Oh.
Now we just scoop a few of these nicely on the plate.
That looks like something I want to eat right away.
And luckily it's ready to eat right away. Now we have a little bit of the sauce left. And then I'm just gonna spoon it right over the top.
Beautiful.
Put that there. And if you want to just get a little bit of mint over it, we just sprinkle that over the rest.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
And there we go. That's lamb shank with the Osso Buco style cut.
So, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed fearless home cooking today with lamb shank Osso Buco. See you next time in our kitchen. Thank you very much and ขอบคุณครับ